What if a human and an elf got married? This question raises a variety of intriguing possibilities and challenges, from cultural differences and social stigmas to differences in lifespan and magical abilities. In this video, we'll explore some of the potential scenarios that might arise if a human and an elf decided to tie the knot. This is Fantasy World. We try to imagine everything about your fantasy. The cultural differences between humans and elves can be a significant obstacle for a human-elf marriage. In many fictional universes, elves are portrayed as a highly spiritual and deeply connected to nature, while humans tend to be more practical and focused on industrialization and progress. These differences can create a significant clash of values and traditions, making it difficult for a human and an elf to understand and appreciate each other's way of life. For example, in some fictional universes, elves are known for their love of music, poetry, and art. They may view these forms of expression as a way to connect with the natural world and to tap into deeper spiritual truths. Humans, on the other hand, may be more focused on technological innovation and the pursuit of scientific knowledge. They may view art and music as pleasant but ultimately frivolous pursuits. If a human and an elf were to get married, they would need to find a way to blend these disparate worldviews and cultural traditions. They may need to learn to appreciate each other's art forms, for example, or to find common ground in their shared love of nature. This could require a significant amount of patience, open-mindedness, and compromise on both sides. Another cultural difference that might arise is in the area of spirituality and religion. Depending on the fictional universe, elves may worship a pantheon of gods and goddesses, or they may practice a more mystical form of spirituality. Humans, on the other hand, may have their own religions and belief systems, which may be very different from those of the elves. If a human and an elf were to get married, they would need to navigate these differences and find a way to respect each other's beliefs. They may need to find a way to incorporate each other's spiritual practices into their daily lives, or to find a shared form of spirituality that they can both believe in. This could be a challenging process, requiring a great deal of patience and understanding on both sides. The social stigma surrounding cross-species marriage between humans and elves may be so strong that it can lead to significant social isolation, discrimination, and even violence for the couple and their children. In some fictional universes, the idea of interbreeding between humans and elves may be considered dangerous or even impossible. This could be due to biological incompatibility, concerns about genetic defects in their offspring, or other similar reasons. In such cases, a human-elf couple may be seen as a threat to the survival of their respective species, leading to hostility and even violence towards the couple. In other fictional universes, the social stigma around cross-species marriage may be more cultural in nature. For example, humans and elves may have very different cultural values and practices, leading to tensions and misunderstandings between them. In such cases, a human-elf couple may be seen as a symbol of the breakdown of cultural traditions and values, leading to ostracization and discrimination. Even in fictional universes where cross-species marriages are not explicitly forbidden, the social stigma surrounding such marriages can be significant. The couple may face prejudice and discrimination in various aspects of their life, including employment, housing, and healthcare. They may find it difficult to make friends or find acceptance in their community, leading to feelings of loneliness and isolation. Additionally, the couple's children may also be subjected to social stigma and discrimination. They may struggle to find acceptance among both humans and elves, and may even face bullying or harassment from their peers. This can lead to long-term psychological and emotional harm, affecting their self-esteem and their ability to form healthy relationships in the future. Despite these challenges, some fictional universes may also offer hope for cross-species couples. In some stories, the couple's love may be seen as a way to bridge the gap between their two species, and they may eventually be accepted and celebrated by their communities. Alternatively, the couple may choose to live a life of isolation, away from the prejudices and hostilities of the outside world. Additionally, differences in lifespan could pose a challenge for a human-elf marriage. Depending on the fictional universe, elves may live much longer than humans, potentially for centuries or even millennia. If a human and an elf were to get married, they would need to find a way to reconcile their different lifespans. Would the elf watch their human spouse age and eventually pass away? Would they have children who would outlive their human parent? These are complex and emotionally fraught questions that would require careful consideration and planning. In fictional universes where elves have magical abilities, a cross-species marriage between a human and an elf can create a power dynamic that requires careful management to ensure that both partners feel respected and valued. Elves in such universes are often depicted as having a close relationship with nature and possessing magical abilities that humans do not have. These abilities can include telepathy, the power to control the elements, or even the ability to teleport or move through time. In contrast, humans may be depicted as being more technologically advanced, with skills and knowledge that elves lack. If a human and an elf were to get married, they would need to find a way to balance their different abilities and levels of magical knowledge. This could require the development of new communication methods and a mutual respect for each other's strengths and weaknesses. For example, the elf's ability to communicate telepathically could be used to facilitate communication between the couple, while the human's technological expertise could be used to develop new tools or strategies to enhance their magical abilities. At the same time, the power dynamic between the two partners could be a source of tension and conflict. For example, if the elf possesses more powerful magical abilities, the human partner may feel inferior or threatened. Similarly, if the human partner's technological skills are more advanced, the elf may feel that their own abilities are being devalued or dismissed. This can create a power dynamic that needs to be carefully managed in order to ensure that both partners feel respected and valued. Another potential issue that may arise is the question of how to raise their children. If the children inherit both their parents' abilities, they may face unique challenges and experiences that require a tailored approach to parenting. For example, the parents may need to develop new strategies for managing their children's magical abilities or ensuring that they are safe from those who would seek to harm them because of their mixed heritage. Finally, a human-elf marriage could raise some interesting questions about identity, both for the couple and for their children. Would their children be considered half human, half elf? How would they navigate their dual heritage and find their place in the world? Would the couple identify primarily as humans or elves, or would they find a new sense of identity and belonging together? In conclusion, the question of what if a human and an elf got married raises a host of fascinating and complex possibilities. From cultural differences and social stigma to differences in lifespan and magical abilities, there are many challenges that a human-elf couple would need to navigate in order to build a successful and fulfilling life together. However, with patience, understanding, and open-mindedness, a human and an elf could potentially find love and happiness across species boundaries.